Hey, Father, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. So, what story are we getting into this week? Copy that. Call back later. You guys, this week we're getting into a new book, the Book of Prophet Nahum. Ooh. Welcome to another episode of Bible Stories with me, Brianda. And joining me, another week, another day, another dollar, the Spanish croquette. Ding, 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 ding. Hi, babe. How are you? Jakes, you owe me a croquette.
Oh, okay.
The jamon y queso.
I won't cook it, though. I will just buy it.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. How you doing, babes?
I'm not bad. How are you?
I'm extra excited.
I know.
I'm super pumped. I'm pumped because today, okay, we have 1/3 of the Bible Stories trio.
Yes.
Canada's very best, Mr. Sick Saleem. Our clip maker, guys. He makes the clips every week.
Hello.
Hi, Clara. No, I'm going to call you Clip. Ooh, that's kind of good. Ooh, it reminds me of a gun, though. Like, sick with a clip. You know what I'm saying?
Can't say that in America.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh, you're away. I'm sorry, guys. Rewind. Hi, honey. How are you?
I don't know how I feel. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited.
No,
I'm so
you're
happy.
not.
I'm so like.
Enough. We've just had 5 different conversations.
No, we didn't. I
before.
just got here. I literally came from the airport here.
No, he didn't. He's lying.
I just got here. Hello. Everybody.
How's New York treating you?
Oh my God, dude! I cannot put into words. Like I've spent so much time at this studio, and I feel like I'm at home. Like it's amazing. Like I'm not doing any touristy stuff, but this is amazing to be here. Like I feel so comfortable.
Man, that's what's up. I love it. It feels like family. You have such a good, like, Canadians really are soft. Like soft people. I haven't
Welcome
felt you.
to the show.
Is that offensive?
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. No. My English sometimes is a little ratatata. I didn't mean that. I meant like soft as in like,
We're warm-hearted.
yeah.
No, I feel you. I understand.
Kind.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Americans are too. I mean, look at me. Look at me.
You're Dominican. That's where you get it from.
I was just gonna say that.
Maybe I don't know.
You're actually like what? Maybe on this trip, I've been here for 4 days now. The day of this recording, you're the 5th person to say that to me.
Yeah, you're just a kind person. I'm a sweetie pie too, and I don't like it when people are mean.
Arrogant. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Why be that way? Just be a little soft, little muff. But some people read it as fake.
Oh yeah.
Being kind?
Yeah.
I think it's a too kind thing or a kind to everyone.
Kind to everyone, yes. I see it as fake too.
I don't.
You can't like everyone. You can't be liked by everyone.
You don't know who you're meeting. I
don't know. At first impression, yeah, you have to, like, I agree with you guys. You have to be kind to everybody. But then at some point throughout the relationship with people, like, you cannot just be friends with everybody.
I don't speak that language. Everybody's my best friend.
No,
Until they do you wrong.
No,
that's what I'm saying. At some point, someone's going to fail you. So now what?
I guess you're right, but I also don't leave the house. I'm an introvert, so
No,
what
that's
am I
true.
really talking about here?
What are you doing is first impression.
Can I roast you? Can I make jokes throughout the podcast? I'm scared to say something.
Please.
And then your
Go
fans
ahead.
are all like, hey, get this guy off the camera.
No, it's encouraged.
So I was going to say, the only person you talk to would be your cat then at that point.
Oh, yes, my cat Melancholy. It's like I talk to my sadness. But you know what I'm saying?
Male, female?
She's a she.
She's a she. So you named her Melancholy. Mm-hmm. Why?
I named her Melancholy because I was in a very tough spot when I got her right before 25.
Right.
If you're 24, good luck.
I know there's a very strong shift at 25. I feel that too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was that was the one of my buddies, Matt Pavich, he's a comic. He has this joke that I saw. I was going past it on Instagram, and it was, "Oh, I'm in my 30s. Yeah, you know, the great part about being in your 30s. Oh, I don't want to give away his bit. It's already out there." But he says, you know what's great about being in your 30s? It's just like, you know, it's the time where you realize not everyone's gonna make it.
Take that one as you will. Make it where, how.
And I said to myself, oh, that one stings a little extra spicy. But that's what happens around 25. Anyways, wait, can I talk about my outfit?
Please, go ahead.
Looks great.
Okay, y'all. So this outfit was grandfathered to me by Wheezy WTF.
Okay.
I am her charity baby. I feel like I'm a recipient of the WTFmedia Fellowship. But I love this outfit though. But it reminds me of like a fabulous like janitor. I feel like today we're resetting. For the last 8 weeks, it's been rough. I moved into a roach-infested apartment that I hate. Yeah. I'm weaning off medicine right now, so I'm feeling loopy. I haven't been in my word. The Lord isn't happy. I have a rebellious heart. And you know what? Today, I'm cleaning up the mess of my past. I put my fabulous janitorial outfit on. I'm making serious changes. And also, men ain't
Thanks for having me, guys. Jesus Christ.
Welcome, Sick.
Yes, welcome, Sick. I honestly, the real person that inspired this janitorial outfit was my mess, but also the mess caused by Hinge, the dating app.
Oh. Do you know, just a quick, every time you say janitorial, for some reason, it just doesn't sound
It doesn't
right.
sound like janitorial. That's why I almost laughed.
Janitorial.
It sounds like
Janitorial.
Oh, genitals. Oh, what are those like? What are those?
Am I sitting next to a mannequin over here? Like, what's going on?
No, listen.
What's happening right
no,
now?
no. We love you.
For a while, she's starting to fade away.
Celibate or what?
Oh my God. Sorry, listen, the celibacy is going strong, very strong, mostly because I spend my time alone.
Me too.
So the second thing about why men have just been really, it's hard. Those apps make me feel negative sensations towards men. And that's
what
why.
What happened? You know, I met my boyfriend through those apps.
I know.
And it was a success story.
I've seen a lot of them. I've seen them. What I'm saying is right now, the bar is in hell. It's bad.
You know the trick?
What?
You have to use them for a while to generate an algorithm. And then, because think about Instagram. If you open a brand new profile, Instagram doesn't know what you like. You're just going to have all sorts of ads. If you start using Instagram, start liking and start interacting, it's going to generate an algorithm that's going to match you with your preferences.
Okay. I need to give you guys some context. After weeks of using Hinge, I finally landed a date.
No, you did. Okay, did you go?
With this
I'm excited.
young man.
Okay.
Amazing musical taste, funny, my kind of funny, you know, my flavor. And it was going great. And we picked a day, and that day came. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been excited in a really long time, and I was excited that day. It took me about 3 hours to plan what I was going to wear. I prepped my curls, my coils, if you will. And it's about 2 hours before the date, and he texts me something so romantic. I literally was like beside myself. I was like, wait, I cannot believe I'm the recipient of this text. So as I'm putting gel in my hair, I get a text from him. I get excited. I open it. WhatsApp, because he's international. Even better.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go.
And he says, hey, Bree, can't wait for tonight. So what's the plan? Clara, why do you look like I didn't say anything? Whoa. That's horrible.
Why?
Get the Spanish girl out of the studio. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you going to ask someone on a date and then ask, so what's the plan?
Who asked for the date?
Do you think it would be me?
Oh,
the girl who doesn't leave her basement? No.
Excuse-moi.
I hate you. I would never. No. No offense to women who do
for sure.
muzzle. Women power. But I would never do that. Why would I? That's not what I didn't download Hinge. I didn't download Hinge BFF. Like for a best friend.
BFF.
Yeah. I'll set
y'all have
something
each
up.
other.
Yeah. You know, I'm not here to make a best friend. I'm good on my Spanish croquette. You know?
No. But, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Where I come from, if you ask for the day out, then yeah, you should have a plan. But still, I don't think any I don't see anything wrong. What's the plan? I don't know what you want to do.
Clara
Just figure it
up
out.
in the comments. Clara, if you ask someone out, where's the effort?
I mean, yes, it shows lack of effort. It's like, all right, but it's still not a deal breaker for me.
Oh, Lord.
If anything, okay, I don't know, plan something out. See how agile you are on, last minute shit. But
I didn't ice him by any means because I still think he's a lovely person. But I am not interested in what he's offering.
What was your reply to that text?
I said...
did you cancel the date?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, hold on. I can't say
but not
woo
because of that. Not because of that.
I thought that's valid reasons to kind of be all like, there is no plan now.
Oh, I didn't say that, but I kept mentioning like, oh, LOL, I thought you would know that. And I kept kind of like poking at that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at the end of it, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to go out with my friend Joan. And I did. I went out with my girlfriend because I was already like getting dressed and getting ready.
It is a point. It is a point.
Exactly.
Because if it really is that important to you, then there's no need to entertain this shit. But so what if he, not the same day of the date, but like, let's say when you were talking about hanging out, what if he had asked you, like, give me ideas. What would you like to do on a first date or something like that?
Wow, you mean a communicative babe? Amazing.
Oh, okay.
That'd probably be ideal. But yeah, man, I'm sad. And also on my Hinge, I've been seeing a whole lot of men like writing on their prompts, like what you're looking for, whatever, and like to be a stay-at-home dad. Things like, actually, my girl Luisa, shout out Luisa, I keep texting her screenshots of all this beta man stuff that's happening. There's a resurgence of men. On Twitter, there was a trending thing that was like, men don't know how to grill anymore.
Grill?
They don't know how to use a grill.
Oh, grill. I thought you said grow. And I'm like,
grill. Oh, no, Clara, no, grill. I think that there's something happening now. There's this new development happening.
Okay, I have thoughts on this because, I come from a different country. We do things different where I come from. And I've mentioned this with you before, that I feel that here in America, the perspective of relationship is that the whole weight is on the man to provide. And the whole man is just like, if for whatever reason, one of the two has to stay at home, you won't even question that it's going to be the woman. Meanwhile, where I come from, I feel like we're positioned in a more advanced place when it comes to
Spain.
Yeah, in the region that I'm from, or at least, yeah, like, because that's my people, right? Like, I'm talking here, my people, the people around me, I don't know anyone like that. In Spain, my people around me, most of them are like that. Couples, my cousins, friends of the family, friends of mine.
Are like what?
Like more 50-50. This is a team, and not because you're a woman or not because you're a man, this relies on you. Whoever in that moment has... Go ahead.
Your Honor, may I approach the bench?
Okay.
You're so brave. I love that for you, Clara.
I know you, but that's the thing. I know you have another idea and you want something different from a marriage. You do like the wife traditional role.
Hold on, pump the brakes here.
Okay.
Because I was raised in a very non-traditional home.
I know.
I know what it looks like, you know? In the courting stage, that is so important and fundamental in the life of a relationship. If we're starting at, okay, split this, I'll leave the tip and you leave it. For me, that's not courting. That's that's transactional. There's no zest. There's no courting. You know what I'm saying? The whole point isn't even about being taken care of. It's the feeling that one gets when someone is proving to you that they are want to do anything in their power to make you feel safe and at home.
Why do they have to do it to you and not both of you to each other?
I mean, you would, but for me, courting. Well, I'm not going to court. I don't court my partners.
You think men should do that.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a more traditional, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong.
Clara, by your metric, you also don't court your man. Like
yes, I do.
Hold on.
Our first date, I told him I'm paying my half of the shit.
That's not courting. That's not what I mean by courting. The money part, you keep mentioning the money part, paying for that. That's one part of it.
Right.
Planning a nice date is also courting. For example, like the guy that didn't 100%. Even do that. That for me, you fall flat. And money is like the superficial part about.
Yeah, not even money. Not even about money, but like.
You know,
I would do that too. Like sometimes you planned it because obviously I'm at a stage now where we're already dating, right? So sometimes you planned it. Like to me, it comes down to whoever came up with the plan or came up with the idea of meeting that day. So if you have the initiative, then you have to plan the shit. And of course, if you're interested in the person, you're gonna make it nice. You know what I mean? And you're gonna, and it doesn't mean money. You can just, I don't know, light up a candle, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But like, I remember this, and what I like about my relationship, we're like so, like on the same page when it comes to that. Because I remember one time I was going to his house to see him after he came from a trip, and I had something prepared, and he had something prepared. And because I was trying to surprise him and he was trying to surprise me, we missed each other. And then we had to like, that's
a beautiful accident.
You know what I mean? But that's like half. It doesn't have to be always him towards her.
Yeah, I'm not going to sound like, no, I am. No, I do.
But there's nothing wrong. Like, it's just different perspectives to it. You know, some people.
I want to be courted for sure.
Yeah.
My perspective on this, though, if I may chime in.
Please, I was just going to invite you.
We want to hear your
perspective. You're right.
What does I'm just kidding. Canada look like?
No, I want to know what's
Canada
sick.
and US are very similar with that in terms of that mindset, though, from what I've seen.
I want to know what sick things.
Yeah, me personally, though, I'm like half and half. Okay? At the beginning stages of a relationship, when you're first getting to know somebody, talk to somebody, I'm like you. Like, let me take care of you. Don't worry about nothing, right? Like, I got you. Once we're dating, or like, let's say we've been in a relationship for a while, or like we're married, or whatever it may be. All right, maybe now you start picking up some responsibilities. Maybe now you start chiming in a little bit, because for the rest of our lives, from let's say date one and we end up getting married, we're together forever. If it's only me that's kind of not just money wise, but like taking care of you, carrying everything on my shoulders, and you don't want to chime in or even offer at the very least, at that point I'm like, okay, like what am I doing here, right?
You'll grow to resent her probably.
That's the thing, exactly, 100%. The beginning stages, it's like, because I'm not someone who really cares about like money and stuff like that. My thing has always been, I want to take care of people. Like I've just been like that. You guys are saying I'm Canadian, but that's generally how I am. Like I just want to take care of people, right? So if I'm with somebody, my goal is to make sure you're happy. My goal is to make sure you're taken care of. And my goal is to make sure that whatever we have going forward, if I'm interested in you, is, it's not just going to be me basically being, for lack of a better terms, your servant. It's me being your partner. And then you pick up on some things and then you start to chime in and we just grow together.
Right. But
no, here we go. Rosie the Riveter here.
I love bucks. Let's go.
Clara the Riveter.
Isn't that somewhat a very, and I know you don't do that intentionally, and it's like, we're talking extremes here, because no beginning of a relationship is all on one and all on the other, right? But isn't that a little bit of a, how do they call it, like a love bomb? Like at the beginning stage, let me take care of everything. So the thing to me is like, when I meet somebody that I'm trying to, planning on getting to know better to date, right? I'm trying to show you what your life is going to be with me for the rest of your life.
Right. Okay.
So this whole, like, at the very beginning, let me take care of more things. Let me show you, show you stuff or whatever, like take care of you more. But then eventually you have to chime in. First, that's dangerous, because first of all, your timing may not be her timing. Second, you're teaching you are a certain way that later on is going to change. Okay. Right? So this can be a disappointment too, because that's not what you fell for. Okay. I really need to. Okay, you got.
All right.
Let's go, Clara. We're double teaming. Go.
So yes, I agree with you. It's like putting up a false persona, basically, right? Right. Can you hear me fine? Yes. I don't put up a false persona. Like my personality, everything about me is who I am since day one.
I don't think you're being fake.
No, right.
But you're showing something that is.
You're saying about actions wise.
Yeah.
It's not that I expect you to be like I guess an even partner by like, let's say date 6 or whatever it may be, right? My thing, I'm just saying, it's like sometimes you have like a, what's it called? A charm. Like you when you go on a first date, right? You're not going on a first date to be like, oh, I'm just gonna do all this, make her think I'm the best guy in the world, make her feel like she found her Prince Charming. You're going on a date because you're interested in somebody, right? Obviously not all the time, but you know what I'm saying. You go on a date because you're interested in somebody, but you want to, make a good first impression in a way too, right?
Yeah.
I don't go in with that intention to be all like, I'm gonna do all this now, and then it's not calculated.
I know, yeah,
right?
it's not calculated.
I'm doing it because I want you to understand that, like, yes, I will take care of you. And if we become serious, you don't need to worry about me being all, he's going to switch up on me. No, if I will take care of you for the rest of our lives, I do not have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is, like for the example you gave, if I'm working all day, for example, and we got nothing at home, and she expects me to like bring the groceries home after work, I'll do it if I have to. We got to eat. But it's like, is it going to like make me feel some type of way?
It has to,
Yeah, I'll feel some type of way about that.
We all evolve and change, right? And it should bring, I not only like desire that kind of relationship, but we just described that like very delicate catering, courting, but I also want my partner to want to do that too.
Yeah, but someone that is interested in you will naturally do it.
Right.
No, they won't.
What do you mean?
If someone's interested in you, they'll want to do that.
No, if they're interested in you, they'll want to, but sometimes they're not interested in just, what's it called, like you as an individual, right? They're interested, for example, like if they're just interested in your money, or they're interested in
sex,
or stuff like that. Like they're not interested.
Honestly, having someone by their side. Some people, they just don't care. They don't know how to be alone. They just need to be with somebody.
But that's also a problem though, because you don't know how to be in a relationship. You just want a relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, we passed that. We graduated that trauma over here.
We left it at 25.
We did. That thankfully, that part ended for me.
I've heard this so many times. Girls saying, "Oh, why spend my money when I can spend his?"
Yeah,
his.
That's very common.
That's a very common thought, and to me, it's crazy. Who are you? Who are you to be spending? People make money through their efforts, and even if they didn't, who are you to be entitled to the money like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not.
But I know you're not that. I know you're. That's not you. You're more of the home, like household runner. You're like, you like this home feeling. Just bringing the family together.
I love being at home.
You're a giver too, so you're. I know you'll be a great mom because you'll be like all day just giving to the children, and by giving I mean doing things and making sure everyone's taken care of.
I may not be a mom. I have to come to terms with that.
But that's different though. That I don't have a problem with.
Oh gosh, I do. I do.
You have a problem with that?
No, not of yours, but like me coming to terms. No. I'm saying like you just said I want to be a great mom, and it's like, but I'm 29 and I'm still single.
Freeze the egg. Oh, can you freeze eggs?
We've talked about this before. My mom says no, it's not. You can't do that because in the process of freezing eggs, you're going to be killing also eggs.
Oh,
but I would freeze my eggs.
Right.
Brianda, what'd you say?
Just go outside in the winter.
Oh, Lord. Anyways, how does it feel like to work on Bible stories? I think the listeners...
Well, I'm Muslim first.
Yeah. That's crazy. Bible stories, and the team is one Christian, one atheist, and one Muslim.
I love it. Diversity. I just saw, when I was walking into the studio today, I saw a man like dramatically pull over on Broadway. Not Broadway. Oh, God, what's that street? Lafayette?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Dramatically pull over, hop out the car's still running, put out his the
prayer rug.
Yes, the prayer rug.
Yeah.
Is it a mat?
It's a prayer mat. Yeah.
And then he takes his shoes off and like gets down and like maybe who's running late for the Lord. That level of dedication. Ooh, and I'm wearing my janitorial outfit. Like that for me was like a reminder. There are people out there when they do that, they don't know who's watching. When I see that reminds me, oh, I have duties. I have responsibilities in order to strengthen my relationship with God. And that was such a great reminder to see it being done in practice, not caring who's around, no microphone around. My mom, we're going to LA tomorrow for the premiere. My mom's going too. She found a Seventh-day Adventist church in LA. She's never been to, doesn't know. She's never been to California, but she already made a reservation, planned her Uber that's going to take her there and everything. That there are people up there that their relationship with God is more important than anything in the world. And that level of dedication is something that, inspires me. I loved it. Anyways,
Can I say something about
love
that?
the Muslims. What?
Thank you. I love the Christians and the atheists.
Yeah.
And the Hindus.
They're
I love
okay.
everybody.
They're okay.
By the end, don't worry.
Right. Episode 80. Episode 80.
But no, the thing, okay, again, first of all, I'm not like very well versed in Islam, so I just want to get that out of the way. Because if I say something, I don't want it to be like, hey, he's wrong. I'm not well versed. The thing with, I don't know if there's any other religions, but they say in Islam, yes, be religious, be on time for prayer, do all this stuff, but you shouldn't inconvenience other people to do that. What you just said, he pulled over on a busy street. To me, it sounds like, yo, I don't care where y'all are going. I'm about to pull over because I got to pray. Okay, yes, good, you're praying, but now you're also inconveniencing.
He made it. I mean, he wasn't singing Christian music on a plane.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He made it. Sure, it was a little beep beep, but he's fine. You know what I'm saying?
As long as he's not in the way and holding traffic or you know what I'm saying, disrupting people, stuff like that.
Not run over someone to
Podría
pray.
haber atropellado a alguien.
That's hilarious.
Claire's how serious do you
I
believe
ran
that?
over someone to
Girl,
pray.
the way you said it was like,
Yeah.
It was wild. It was wild.
I thought he ran through something too.
Maybe he committed something, a crime or
No,
something.
he's repenting.
Yes.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, wow. The stories. Anyways, did you answer my question? I just want to know.
What'd you ask me?
I don't remember.
I'm so sorry.
I went on a tangent. I was listening back to our
Hi,
last...
Tangy. Oh, I'm going to go to Hi, Tangy once I'm here. One time at least.
The last guest episode we had, I realized I did so much of the talking. I'm so bad. I love to listen, and yet I talk more than I listen. So, that was a high tangent off me, off a question that I asked you that I then answered.
Higher tangent.
okay,
How did that
rewind.
happen? Rewind. I wanted to know
Yes.
how it's been like working for Bible Stories as long as you have. What's the vibes
man.
like?
First of all, I love it. And fun story. I don't remember if I told you that. I believe I told you this, guys. You guys were the first show I ever did for WTF.
Oh, let's go.
First ever show. But it was so bad, it didn't get posted. It had to be re-edited. And I'll
What
tell
was
you,
bad? The show or the clip?
the clip for the show.
Oh, okay.
We've had bad
She's like, the show.
We've had bad
You took my
shows.
job, Clara. No, so basically what the story was, and I remember the dates, June 10th, 2021.
Wow.
Alex, the owner of WTF, he hit me up saying, hey, do you still edit clips? I said, yes. He's like, okay, I got a show for you. Do you want to do it? I'm like, send it over. And it happened to be Bible Stories. All right, cool. I've never done the clip besides the competition for Flagrant. I don't know exactly how to kind of format it. So I'm just figuring it out as I go. I told him I knew what I was doing because I didn't want to miss this opportunity. I said, do it. I figured it out. It took me, I think, 14 hours to figure out this 1 minute clip, right? I'm like, okay, I think it's good. I figured it out. Send it in. Day goes by. Oh, it's not posted yet. Maybe they posted tomorrow. No, it's not your fault. Don't feel bad, Bree. I know she's feeling bad right now.
Okay.
Don't feel bad.
Okay.
So 1 day goes by. It's not posted. I'm like, oh, maybe they just posted tomorrow. 2 days goes by. Guys, where's this clip? Where's this clip? I think that was the third day. Clip goes up. Yes, my clip is up. I get to see it. That's not my clip, guys. I was like, oh no, what
That's
happened?
heartbreaking.
What? I don't look at it like that. I look at it as like, I
Step
gotta step it up.
Right.
100%.
Did Shifty do it?
I don't know. I think either Shifty did it or Eden did it.
Oh, okay.
No, Eden did it because I think I lied. One of them.
No,
did
it had to have been Shifty.
Shifty then. One of them did it. And I was just like, oh man, okay. And I thought that was it. I thought my chance was done. Like I'm like, I blew it. Yeah, Eminem, you have one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. No. He hits me next week. Am I rapping over here?
Yes.
He hit me. Alex hit me next week. He goes, hey, ready for another clip? And I was like, no way. I'm like, yeah.
You know, Clara thought she bombed her first appearance too,
Yeah.
and I
That's
thought
why
she
I thought you
did
was.
great.
I thought she was a darling.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd lost a friend and I fucked up her show. That's how I felt. I'm like, okay,
Really?
I felt like I lost a friend because I was starting to get to know Brianda at that time. So I was like, okay, forget about this friendship. It's not going to go through because now you fucked it up. Forget about your career in engineering, podcasting, whatever this may be, because you totally blew it up. And God have mercy on Brianda and get this show going because you totally blew the show up.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
and
she
now you're
liked
the
me.
glue.
We're married now. So.
We are. Oh, I love you.
crazy.
Hey, hi, Tangy.
Let's go.
I have this weird fantasy.
Oh boy.
Stay with me, Croqueta. So I have this fantasy, speaking of entertainment, of like being on a date a steak dinner,
Okay.
rare, bloody. And I want to be in front of people like dueling, like wrestling. Not even wrestling. I want to see blood. Like, I know it sounds nutty, but like having a private fight in front of dinner.
2 things.
And then
Okay.
and then I want to have a string quartet.
Okay. I see how far this Hinge guy was
I
for
was
making it.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I like
You want
planned.
Drake to close up the whole fucking stadium
Let's
just to
go.
take you out to fucking dinner.
I do.
I mean-
I prefer it than gifts. I actually don't care about gifts. That is the gift.
Go fuck
everyone-
myself.
Well, yeah, that is a gift. I mean, don't get me
It's
wrong.
not, because they're enjoying it too. They're in it. They're in it.
Yeah, but it's like, I get it. But yeah.
Anyways, that was a high tangent when you said entertainment. I'm like,
Yeah.
that would be
2
entertainment.
things with that. 1,
What?
guys take notes. Hinge guys. 2, you really are medieval. Like that's some medieval like kings and queen in a castle watching a jousting
Yep.
style day. That explains why she has that mindset.
Totally.
True.
If I could create my like ideal reality, it would be some like, I don't know, medieval
Game of Thrones.
Yes, Game of
Type of
Thrones. But the music would be 90s soft rock.
Okay.
You feel me? Like I want Stevie Nicks playing in the background. Like I want that like rugged corset. Just like Bruce Springsteen, like streets of Philadelphia, while we're on a moat eating turkey leg. You know?
Why did you say whatever you said like that?
I don't know. I think that's
Why'd you say corset like that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I feel good.
Brianda.
Guys, I cry very easily when I laugh. I'm already in tears.
I love it. I love it. Hey man, we're doing this for the dreamers. I'm back, baby. I'm
Let's
off
go.
the mood stabilizers and I'm out for blood.
Let's go.
Literally, because your date, you want bloody stuff.
Yeah, also, whatever. Fine. What is my fascination with blood? I'm also on my period. Anyways.
Whoa. Okay. Let's get to the story.
Which I guess
It's-
makes it even better because there's more blood. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say something. Cut it off. It's crazy.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's some flagrant shit.
We're no longer on Bible stories with Brianda.
We're on Quran stories with sick.
Wow.
Oh shit.
That was really good, and I don't like it. I don't like it when people steal the
I
show.
don't think the listeners like that either.
I don't know. I don't like it either.
can cut
Anyways,
it out.
whatever,
I drink
sick.
my water beer.
Goodbye, sick. Sick, goodbye. Get out of here. This will be the
Alright,
first
I'm
and
up.
last time you'll ever be on the show. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think I'm ever going back to New York.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways, man.
I forgot.
Oh,
Before
what?
we go.
What?
Beer back.
Oh, boy.
What is it?
Are you bringing me steak? Presents!
What?
We're acting like we didn't already see these.
Oh, come on, Brie. Don't let it out.
I know she just said I don't like gifts, and it's nothing major, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta bring Canada with me. So it's nothing. Again, it's nothing big. Please don't be like excited that much to
are
the point where you're like,
excited. You just
sick.
get-
What did you do? You overhyped it.
No, you just brought us a gift from Canada. Are you kidding me? We are excited.
This is awesome.
I also had to tape it because I forgot the tissue paper in Canada.
Okay.
Nowhere to get any here.
What is this?
What is it?
It's just Canadian stuff.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's just Canadian stuff.
That's funny. She got True North. That's hilarious.
Why is it funny?
Wait, yours says True North.
And yours says Canada. Why is True North funny?
It's our national anthem, the True North, strong and free.
Oh, I didn't get that. I thought it was just on some
it's just called the True North. Like it's just,
North American beef. Like,
oh no, we're the real North.
I mean, America's really.
Oh, I like it even better now than
No.
real North.
Wait, hold on. What else is here? What is?
Canadian chocolate. That might not be Bible story appropriate. The name of that chocolate bar.
Well, enough, Mr. Big.
Ooh, yeah, we love.
Do we have any people in Jordan?
Jordan,
Jordan's
yes.
in Canada.
Hello,
Let's
Jordan.
go.
Hello. Which camera are we in, by the way?
You're
This-
here right
That
now.
one. Hello, Jordan. I have brought this on behalf of us.
Let's go.
What would you say?
Mr.
Senor Grande? Is that Spanish?
Señor
Mr.
Grande, yes.
Sí, Señor
Okay,
Grande.
I'm gonna keep trying
Wow,
this.
this is so sweet. Thank you. And what's the?
This is maple cookies.
Wait, I actually
different
love
snacks.
these.
Wait, they have
That's
these
so
here?
fucking
And
awesome.
not this brand, but I love maple cookies.
Okay. I was gonna bring you maple syrup, but I couldn't find maple syrup.
Sick.
I thought maple syrup was American. Is it something Canadian?
I mean, it's a Canadian thing.
Face says it.
We have a maple leaf on our flag.
On their flag.
Dude.
I don't. I mean, yeah, and on the flag, but that doesn't mean
It's like me asking you if Spanish food is Spanish. Like,
sorry.
I don't know what's Spanish food.
I'm ignorant, okay?
There's French on the candy.
Thank you guys
so much.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, Sick. That was amazing.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
All right, let's get to this week's story.
Give everyone your social.
Oh, yes. Six Saleem on Instagram. That's SIK. What am I here?
Yeah.
All right. Hi. Six Saleem on Instagram. SIK SALEEM. And that's kind of really it. I'm not really active on like anything else. I have it, Six Saleem everywhere, but Instagram is my main thing. You can follow me there. And yeah. Oh, YouTube as well. Six Visions Media. It's SIX Visions Media. That's just my YouTube page. So
there you go.
We love you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys, let's dive into this week's story. We are in a new book, the Book of Nahum. It is the 7th book of the 12 minor prophets of the Old Testament Bible, babes. It is attributed to Prophet Nahum and was probably written in Jerusalem in the 7th century BC. Fun facts, guys. Let me get my whiteboard. That's me wheeling the whiteboard. Not like a horror movie sound. What was that? Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me wheeling in my my thing. I always feel like a teacher when I come on here. The Book of Nahum focuses on two major things. The judgment toward Assyria for how they've treated the Lord's people. And also, Nahum speaks about the remnants of his people that he is going to reset, reform, and renew them. To uplift them, to give them hope for a better future. You know what I'm saying? The whole bit, the whole Bible bit. It's all very repetitive. But you got to read it. It's a part of the practice. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me get into scripture because it sums it up way better than I ever can. We are going to go to Nahum chapter 2. We're bouncing around today, verses 1 to 2. The scatterer has come up against you. Man the ramparts. Watch the road. Dress for battle. Collect all your strength. For the Lord is restoring the majesty of Jacob as the majesty of Israel. For plunderers have plundered them and ruined their branches. Period. That sums up what the premise of this very short book is. It's just 3 chapters. He's basically using Nahum to speak to enemies of God about what he's capable of. Nahum is speaking to Assyria saying, oh yeah, the Lord is all about steadfast love, but he's not a pushover and he means what he says every time. And he will be clear and descriptive. Anyways, this chapter is not for the faint of heart. It's very, how do you say? It reminds me of anytime you've heard Clara say something like, but why? I don't like that he does that. I don't like that he said that. What happened to the God of... This is that book. I feel like every verse Clara would be like, ah. Okay? But the ones that get it. You know what I mean? Anyways, more specifically, Nahum is addressing Nineveh, the capital city of Assyria. And we all know from the Book of Kings, from the Book of Chronicles, from all these other prophetic books, that Assyria, they the big bad wolves, the villains of the entire Holy Kingdom, right? They've attacked 46 cities and counting. They've slaughtered families. They tore up the northern kingdom of Israel. That was long and drawn out. Imagine that suffering. They even held the northern kingdom of Israel. Once they slaughtered them, they held them captive, enslaved them, And at this point in the book, they're plotting to now take over Jerusalem, which we already got a little hint of in Kings. Remember 2 Kings? But we read the book per the laws of hermeneutics. So we bounce around. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing here at Bible Stories if you're new here. Okay? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. If not, check out this episode or this episode. I also break it down on this episode. Thank you. So anyway, Nahum is telling the people in Assyria, specifically Nineveh, hi Tangi!
Oh.
Do you guys, okay, brownie points if you guys remember when the last time I mentioned Nineveh is. Anyone? Anyone? Nineveh? The book of Jonah and the big aquatic creature that shall not be named.
Oh, no.
Anyways, remember when the Lord instructed Jonah to go to Nineveh and he was like, no, don't send me there. Please, anything but that.
Oh, yeah.
This is Nineveh. It's the capital city of Assyria. So that's where Nahum goes to talk to them about who God is, because they have no idea. That's one thing about wicked people and evil, true evil. They don't know God. Of course they don't believe him. They don't believe in him. They don't trust him. They don't know him. So this is Nahum's position. I'm going to let you know who he is. Bet? Let's go into some scripture.
So he's going to evangelize, basically.
With evangelizing, I would probably mix the medicine in with something a little sweet. He's basically saying, could you imagine God being the head honcho of a huge mafia? Nahum is one of his minion men being I've seen him do stuff. I've seen him cut a man's finger off and staple it to his ankles. You don't want to mess with him.
Okay.
Get it? Okay. If you want to call that evangelizing. He does talk about his steadfast love. So there's that. You know what I mean? Oh, my mom just texted me. I love her. Let's see what she said. Let's not see what she said. Shouldn't opened that while I was doing this, huh? That did a number on my confidence.
She was like,
Let's hop into some scripture. We're going to go to Nahum chapter 1 this time, verses 1-3. An oracle concerning Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum of Elkosh. The Lord is a jealous and avenging God. The Lord is avenging and wrathful. The Lord takes vengeance on his adversaries and keeps wrath for his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and the Lord will by no means clear the guilty. His way is in whirlwind and storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Oh, beautiful. Hi, Tangi, not hi, Tangi. In preparation for this episode, there's this podcast that I always mention. I cannot wait to talk to the host, the Bible Recap, with Tara Lee Cobble. Love you. Shout out, girl. She made a really great correlation between that verse and a verse in Exodus. You guys know, if you haven't seen Exodus, here, Moses prophesies something that the Lord reveals to him, and it's almost the same thing as this verse, only that Nahum reverses it. So in Exodus, the Lord, actually, I'll pick it up right now because I really want you guys to hear it. What we just read was, the Lord is a jealous and avenging God. The Lord is avenging and wrathful. The Lord takes vengeance, the whole bit. And then he says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and the Lord will by no means clear the guilty. His way is in whirlwind and storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Now in Exodus, let's hear what Moses says, because he kind of remixes it. You know how some people sample other people's songs? He kind of sampled Moses here a bit. Chapter 34, verses 6-7 of Exodus. And Moses writes, the Lord, a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, keeping steadfast love for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, but who will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers of the children and the children's children to the third and fourth generation. So what Tara Lee Cobble at the Bible Recap discovered, or revealed to me at least, was that they said the same thing in reverse order. So Moses put the stuff like steadfast stuff first, and then ended with, but wait, he's also a man who is a man of justice. Blaspheme, is a God of justice. Whereas Nahum started with the God is wrathful, baby. He's raging. He is throwing that umbrella in the trash in Brooklyn while it's still raining. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I thought that was really cool. That was a really cool correlation between how these prophets, even centuries apart, are still pulling from their wisdom and revealing who the Lord is. And could you imagine explaining God to his enemies? You would have to be so crystal clear. You cannot mince your words. You cannot go on high tangies when you're talking to enemies. You know what I mean? It's different. Now, like I said before, the book of Nahum is not for the faint of heart, because the messages that he was relaying by way of Yahweh were on some big baller, take no prisoners, this is Sparta type ish. All right, let's get into some scripture. Okay, guys, I'm about to get into some scripture. Warning, it is a little bit long, so grab your snacks, close your eyes, get comfortable, because it's about to be Bible Brianda ASMR Bible reading. Okay? Open up the books. Chapter 2, verses 6 to 13. Enjoy. Clara, dim the lights. Thank you. The river gates are opened. The palace melts away. Its mistresses are stripped. She's carried off, her slave girls lamenting, moaning like doves and beating their breasts. Nineveh is like a pool whose waters run away. Halt, halt, they cry, but no one turns back. Plunder the silver, plunder the gold. There is no end of the treasure or of the wealth of all precious things. Desolate, desolation and ruin. Hearts melt and knees tremble. Anguish is in all loins. All faces grow pale. Where is the lion's den, the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion and lioness went, where his cubs were, with none to disturb? The lion tore enough for his cubs and strangled prey for his lioness. He filled his caves with prey and his dens with torn flesh. Behold, I am against you, declares the Lord of hosts, and I will burn your chariots in smoke, and the sword shall devour your young lions. I will cut off your prey from the earth, and the voice of your messengers shall no longer be heard. Behold, I am against you, declares the Lord of hosts, and I will burn your chariots in smoke. Ha! Whew. Wow. He had to repeat that, guys. He had to repeat that last line. In high tangy, not high tangy, this is in reference to Nahum talking to Assyria about what's about to happen to them. So, Osea, it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to. And in recorded history, it actually does happen. They end up burning in flames. Again, Bible recap, she mentioned that the Babylonian Chronicles is like the Bible for Babylonian history. It's recorded that in Nineveh, there was a huge fire, the same way Nahum prophesied hundreds of years before. Eerie stuff. This is eerie stuff, guys. And when in verse, I really want to get to
Why
this.
do those things not happen anymore, though?
I think they do. I think they're happening.
Like what? Like what major thing has happened that was so
Palestine and
predicted in detail like that?
The war in, Israel. What's happening out in the Middle East? That's literally been predicted in
But
the
like
text.
with detail? Or it can be something generic.
I mean, we also have iPhones and stuff. Like, it's not going to be like, well, how much detail are we really looking for?
Oh, but like, for example, when you said, there was one of these prophecies that was prophesying when Jesus came, right? Mm-hmm. And the person was even talking about the name of the town or like very little details that you can, it's not a general thing, you know, it's not a generic thing. Like when you read your horoscope that is so generic, everyone can relate to it somehow. Is Palestine detailed like these, that it couldn't be something generic?
Sometimes, because in terms of names, though, they were named different things, but the regions are the same. Mm-hmm. But I also want to, for the sake of, I know you as a person, and I know that you are an unbeliever, I will say that Nahum in particular is speaking to enemies of God that were the Assyrians, right? Mm-hmm. He also uses very vague language. Right. And he does that intentionally so. Mm-hmm. And a lot of different prophets do too, so that their points made are applicable in any stage in life, whether it be 1999, 2006, 2022, 2050, it'll always kind of hit. That's what makes the Bible so timeless.
Right.
And I think that the more we evolve, that's not going to change, but certain aspects may be a little far removed because of these like postmodern advancements that we're making, you know? But still, fundamentally, it still rings true. That's why there's so many believers. There's so many believers out there. Yeah. And it's also kind of different. The language that a prophet gives to non-believers is much different than him giving, than, let's just say, Elijah speaking to his people, or prophet Elisha speaking to his people. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different language. That's what comes with wisdom in being a prophet, you know? That's why these prophet books are so cool, because they're addressing very specific cohorts, like people, and yet they're applicable for life, for in any facet. It's so neat. And it's funny that you asked me that question in this particular book, where he's actually speaking the most vaguely. And that correlation with the Babylonian Chronicles that I mentioned was something that I heard from like my teacher, my guide, the Bible Recap. And anytime I see that there's like biblical information can be like corroborated with something else, I'm like, huh. Not that I needed it, but it makes me feel good. I remember when I was first starting out, that was the stuff that kept me reading. When I was an atheist, learning more about history in that way, that's the coolest part. It's really a history book. It's a history book, it's a legal book, it's a poetry book, it's a library. There's a part here that I really want to break down because it makes me chuckle. It makes me laugh because the Assyrians were the bad guys, right? Like, I wish we could just like laundry list all 46 nations that they like tore up, right? And now all of a sudden it's happening to them. Like their leaders and like their presidents, whatever you want to call them, like they're not leaders. They're like asleep at the wheel. They're not leading anything. Their economy has plummeted. Their main water source overflowed their banks. So their own people are fleeing, right? And guess what? Their neighboring nations that they once pillaged, that they once captured, that they once enslaved, that they once tore up, are now watching them scramble, and they're celebrating. They're enjoying every single second of it. And in the text, like, that's what Nahum is referencing. Like, here, let me read it again so it really lands now that you kind of know a little bit more. Where is the lion's den? The feeding place of the young lions, where the lion and the lioness went, where his cubs were, with none to disturb. The lion tore enough of his cubs and strangled prey for his lionesses. He filled his caves with prey and his dens with torn flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, could you imagine seeing your bully? I mean, I'm a Christian girl now. I'm saved. I'm saved now. But could you imagine seeing your bully getting bullied? I don't know about you. I'm not perfect, so I can say this, but that would be me. I'd be like, get him, but don't go too hard. Don't do, like, I've felt that pain. I've been bullied. Now, in terms of time frame, the book of Nahum happens somewhere around like 612 BC, right? And after he broke this, I said broke. Hold on. Now, in terms of time frame, the book of Nahum happens somewhere around 612 BC. And after he wrote this book, Assyria ended up falling, just like he prophesied. The river that went through Nineveh overflowed and destroyed the nation, enough that the Babylonians swooped in and tore them up. It's in history, like we said before. Let's get into some scripture so that we can really, really, truly see what Nahum communicated to the Assyrians about this takeover, about their demise, about their destruction. Scripture, Nahum 3:15-16. There will be the fire devour you, the sword will cut you off, it will devour you like the locust. Multiply yourselves like the locust, multiply like the grasshopper. You increased your merchants more than the stars of the heavens. The locust spreads its wings and flies away. And boy, did they fly away. Boy, did they fly. I gotta be honest with you. When I hear prophets talk spicy, it does something to me. It does some. Only here could I read this and be like, I'm both scared and that's my God. You feel me? Like, that is my God, my protector, my redeemer, my savior. Bye. Oh, moral of the story, not you guys. I'm sorry. Moral of the story is, God is in the business of justice. Think of the best judicial system imaginable, then multiply it by infinity. Exodus 34, verses 6-7 reads, The Lord, a God, merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness, keeping steadfast love for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, but who will by no means clear the guilty. No act of injustice, cruelty, oppression will go unpunished in God's court of law. It may not be rectified the way you want it to be rectified. You may want to be witness to that grand old judgment. You may want to see bloodshed, but it may not happen during your lifetime. The practice of believing in God and knowing God gives us all the resolve we'll ever need. Growing a real and honest relationship with our Father requires insights drawn from tough books like Nahum, because it reminds us that God means business. He's our lawyer, our righteous defender, and he will handle anything and anyone that threatens his people. He's already doing it. Ooh. Hey, Father. How'd I do? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy you're our God. Yeah. Oh, the Canadian dude? I don't know, man. What's up with that? So nice. A little too nice, wouldn't you say? Suspicious. But I do like the hat. Oh, Canada, our great and awesome, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above. Gospel.